Hello everybody and welcome back to American Truck Simulator. As always folks, we are here showcasing mods, showcasing some that maybe you have already drove before, or this might be your first time seeing this. As you see here, we are in the Ford LTL 9000. You will be able to find this link in the description of this video, of course, as always, once it goes live. Today we're going to be picking up some virtual debris from right on the other side of this gas station here, which we are right now in Logan, Utah, and we're going to be taking the 260-mile journey east over to Vernal, Utah. I'm going to let you hear how this truck sounds. Sounds really amazing. This sounds like a workhorse truck, but that's a girly horn. So I mean, the truck seems to run fine for a little bit of time that I did run it for. You see the lights come on. Okay, they're not the brightest, but that is okay. A chromed out dump truck here, heritage dump truck. I mean, like I said, this looks really fantastic. Nothing more to say about it. Like I said, we're going to be going right behind here. We're going to pick up some of that debris over there and look on the inside here. Everything, it is fully animated. Your parking brakes are animated, so I shouldn't say everything because the pedals aren't, but you get your little accessories over there, duffel bag, and I got a cooler. You can change out the CB radio you want, and obviously you can add the portable navigator, and then I decided to take on the skull, but you can choose, it's quite a few options. But yes, we're gonna be going to pick it up here. Like I said, some invisible dirt. So as always, if you are new to the channel, smash that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. Gonna go ahead and get this going here. It is a very hot day here in Western New York. Last I checked, it was 97 degrees. I kid you not, it was 97 degrees, and it feels every bit of that. It feels every bit of that. And I was outside. I had to vacuum out the inside of my car. And as soon as you step out there, it's just sweating. It's horrible right now. And we doing this video. I'm recording this video right now. It is Thursday. Friday tomorrow is supposed to be a little bit cooler. Not a whole lot, but nonetheless, it's hot. It's too hot to do anything. Calling around, seeing anybody have any pools, and of course nobody has any pools, so you know we're struggling with that. I mean, it's pitiful right now. It is downright pitiful. But like I said, we're gonna go ahead, pick this up, hopefully in one piece here. I'm trying to get used to driving this dump truck. I'm so used to driving the semis, and the turning radius is a little bit off for me. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna pick up some of this debris here without hitting anything, hopefully. Always honk your horn, check your mirrors. Try to get as straight as I can. Alright folks, we're going ahead, we're going to load this, and then we're going to be right back. Alright folks, we are loaded here. Only took about an hour or so. We're going to go ahead, get this show rolling. We're heading over to Vernal, Utah from over in Logan. Like I said, this is about 260 miles or so. So it's going to be a nice little ride. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Yeah, it is ridiculously hot right now in Western New York here. This is probably the hottest I ever seen since I've been here. And I've been in Western New York now for been in Western New York right now for about 4 years, and never have I ever seen it get this hot. And I gotta turn to the right here, so I need to get all the way over. There we go. And yeah, again, I never seen it get this hot here. And I've been at some pretty hot places, you know. I used to stay in Phoenix for like 4 or 5 years before this, and it got pretty hot there. But then you see the difference between, you know, Phoenix and, you know, here where I'm at is the humidity. You know, it's definitely drier heat in Arizona. Not to say that it doesn't get hot, because it does. Like right now, they're like going through 110 degree weather right now. So it's definitely hot there, to say the least. But at the same time, it's dry heat. It's like I said, you don't have to worry about, you know, I mean, it's hot, but it's not muggy, so you're not stepping out there and automatically you're sweating, you know. But here is like, it's unhealthy, you know. For those that do have issues, you know, medical issues, especially respiratory issues, you know, this isn't the time to go outside, you know. This isn't the time to, you know, try to get some fresh air, you know. It's unhealthy to be this hot, you know. It really, really is. I myself should have been out there, but, you know, I had to take care of a few things today, and, you know, now I'm back in, hopefully, for the rest of the day. But we shall see about that. But other than that, things are going really good. You know, I hope everybody is enjoying their Friday. Hopefully it's not as hot as it is here, but, you know, I hope you all are enjoying your Friday afternoon, your Friday evening, you know, whatever time you are watching this, or even on Saturday, for those of you that might come in a little bit late. But yeah, an update for, you know, me and my car here. I went ahead and I found the car. This car ended up being a 2000 Mercury Sable. Now, as many of you remember from before, in my last video on how I talked about that deal with the dealership where, you know, they were trying to have me pay, you know, anywhere between $2,500 and $5,000 down, and still had to pay, you know, 25%, you know, interest rate. I wasn't going for that. And there was part of me that was saying to myself that that maybe I should try that. Oh man, that sounds amazing, that Jake brake. I'm sorry, I just got a little distracted there. But there was part of me that wanted to go through with that, just because I wanted a way that I could perhaps build my credit up, because my credit is shot. You know, as I said in the previous, you know, video, you know, my credit is shot, is not the best. You know, and I'm trying to think of different ways where I could, you know, improve on my credit. You know, I have a contract cell phone that helps a little bit. My landlord does report to the credit bureau, so that helps. You know, I got some utilities in my name. You know, that helps. I even considered getting a secured credit card, you know, just so that I could improve my credit that way. But I was not about to lock myself into a serious contract like that, where, you know, I'm spending, you know, $11 or $12,000 for, you know, a $7,000 car. You know, that just wasn't going to happen. And because so many things could go south, you know, when you are in that situation where, you know, but you get this car, you know, and it might sound good to some, and, you know, they give you 5-6 years to pay it off, but, you know, now you're stuck with this obligation of paying, you know, $200-300, you know, a month for the next, you know, 6-7 years. You know, nobody wants to do that, you know, and I don't want to get myself stuck in that kind of situation. So, so needless to say, you know, I didn't go with that situation. and I ended up just buying the used car. I went back and forth with finding something. I thought I had found something with the Buick, but then that ended up going south. And so I ended up coming across this Mercury Sable, which has issues because, again, I only paid $1,300 for this car that I have now. So it comes with its issues. You know, the most major one is being I have to replace the shocks or the struts. They're pretty, you know, worn down at the moment. I should get off here. Yep. You know, they're kind of worn right now, so the car sits a little low. But other than that, the car runs really fine. It runs smooth. It's actually pretty quiet for me. And at least I know now that with this car, I'm not locked into anything other than, you know, paying insurance on it. You know, which it's once a month, so, you know, I could deal with that and I could live with that. But I can't live with, you know, being locked in a 5-6 year contract, paying $6,000 over the price of a car, you know. Alright, I was gonna get over, but he merged on pretty quickly there. So yeah, that's going pretty good for me. And the guy with the Buick, the one that was about to swindle me into buying a messed up car, he ends up writing me, I think yesterday, telling me that the belt broke on the car again. After, now remind you that the belt broke on me when he was in the process of taking me home. He said he put the belt back on and then it broke again. It said something about the ignition switch or something that ended up breaking. So he said now it's officially in the shop, that if I still wanted it, you know, let him know. I had to tell him, I said, you know, I'm not interested. You know, you sitting here, you was about to literally sell me a car that you knew was messed up, and you was gonna let me drive home with it knowing that, and it wouldn't have mattered to you, you know. And that part I didn't really care for. And like, you could fool me once and then that's about it. And after that I said, no, this is not going to happen again. So, you know, I politely told him that it wasn't going to happen. So he went ahead, he took the listing down. So unless he's selling it, you know, to somebody else or privately or whatever he's doing, he's not selling it to me. So here we are on our way here to Salt Lake City, or towards Salt Lake City. We're not quite going to Salt Lake City. Going just east of that. Yeah, other than that, everything else is going good for me. I said, just trying to enjoy, you know, my free time, you know, from working and stuff. Now with this truck here, when it was my personal preference, when I got the truck, I had to adjust the seat. Like, I had to move it to the left because, or I had to move my head to the left because when you first get the truck, you're like this when you first buy it, and it just felt weird to me. So I ended up moving it to where it is now. So like I said, this truck seems to run pretty good. I don't seem to have no issues with it. So let me bring this up. You know, while we're on our way to dropping this load off, how do you guys feel with paid mods? this is always a hot topic, a topic of discussion where there are people that is heavily opposed to it. And then there's others that don't care, that love paid mods. Like, what is your opinion? Because I had someone tell me a while ago that they would never ever pay for a truck mod, and those that do, they consider them to be uppity. That they're trying to have a leg up on everybody. And I just wanted to know your opinion on that, because me, I was almost like that, where there was a time where that there was no way that I was going to ever pay for a paid truck mod. I felt that anybody that did it, anybody that sold trucks like that, was greedy. That was my personal opinion when I first started get the idea of what a paid mod was. And so it's like, in that regards, I can understand the sentiments of some people. I can understand why there are people that may feel that way. But it's their money, right? I mean, I don't think you can get that upset at somebody just because they decide that they want to spend $30, $40 on a mod. Now, I only say that because I started getting into this whole thing now where I'm starting to pay more and more for mods, and I have some people that look down on me, especially when they say, oh, like for example, I can forget to put a mod, I can forget to put the link to the mod in the description of the video. Okay, I do that, and then there's somebody that say, hey, do you have the link to the mod? So then I said, oh yeah, sure I do. And then when I link it in the description of the video, and it ends up being to a Facebook group, or to a website, and they're like, oh, this isn't free. And I said, well, no, I paid $30, $40 for it. And here's the two responses that I usually get. It's either A, I would never waste my money on paying for a mod ever. Or is B, can you send me the download so that I can download it? I promise I won't share with nobody. And to me, it's like some of these modders, they work very, very hard to put their trucks out there to people. Some of these people, it's their income, it's their life. This is what they do. They put this out to hope to gain some profit off of it. I mean, that's what it is. There's people that might do it because they generally love, modding trucks and doing mods, and that's fine. But then, what do I look like taking a paid mod that I paid for, $30, $40 of my hard-earned money, just to turn around and give it to you for free? I never understood that. And some of these people, they literally will get upset at you for not sending them the download link. I had people cuss me out, people being downright disrespectful, unsubscribed from me, dislike my videos, just because I'm not sending them a mod that I paid my money for. And I think that's wrong for a person that paid for a mod to give it to somebody for free, because I look at it like this. In the modder's eyes, they take that risk every time with that mod. They put it out, they charge $30 for it. They run the risk of it being just one person, the first person that buys it and says, you know what, I'm going to share it with everybody for free. it's a risk that the modders take. You know, a modder can sit here and say, okay, I put together this truck. I expect to make at least $200 off of this truck. You know, and then next thing you know, Johnny Be Good comes around and pays $30 for it, and then automatically sends it to 10 of his friends. You know, now this modder is out of $300, or well, $270. You know, because you know Johnny Be Good over here done sat here and decided he was just gonna send the mod to everybody else, and now the modder is out of money, because once this mod is out on the modding websites, how long do you think it's gonna take before thousands of people get it? You know, especially if somebody, you know, uploads to YouTube or Twitch or whatever, and they provide the link there, that's reaching out to more people. So I guess all in all, I just think that perhaps, I mean, let's face it, ATS is very toxic. I mean, that is no secret. I love ATS. I love the game. I love ETS2. I love playing this. This is definitely, you know, the game that made my channel grow. You know, I would never abandon it. I would never walk away regardless of what, you know, people may think of the game. But at the same time, it's very, very toxic. It's very, very toxic. And then these Facebook groups are the worst. Like, I commend those that are not in there. Trust me, you're not missing anything. I'm only in there to grab mods as they put them out. But other than that, it's just a big cesspool full of drama queens. You know, that is all that is all that group really truly is. But I just think this community is very, very toxic. And I think part of it is because of a situation where a person such as myself may not want to share a mod with somebody that didn't pay for it. I'm not going to do that. You know, then you got, you know, people that pirate the game. You know, people that download cracked versions of the game. You know, you rarely find somebody foreign now that buys the game legit. You know, they're all buying cracked versions. You know, I have people come through on my YouTube saying, oh, how come I don't see this DLC? Or, you know, how come this particular mod don't work? And then I ask, oh, well, what game version you're on? Oh, I'm on game version 1.28. 1.28 was out over a couple years ago. You know? So that's that. I said this is a community that could greatly, greatly improve from all the negativity. And it's a never-ending thing. You know, it's never-ending thing. But I believe that the mods, especially the paid mods, is what keep this community going. Because if it wasn't for the mods, I think SES would have dropped. The toxicity probably would have raised even higher. You know, because, and people don't understand that the more toxic you get, the more these modders are saying, you know what, screw it, I'm done. I don't want to mess with this no more. Screw it, I'm done. I don't want to deal with it no more. And then they just walk away. You know, so I could take that in. I could understand that. I'm no modder myself. I know how to skin here and there. I don't think I would ever want to learn how, and if I do, I don't think I would ever share it with anybody. You know, and then that's a whole other debate. You know, people that make mods but don't share them. You know, people get even more upset with that. So, I mean, that's just my little 2 cents. I done rambled on for far too long, so I'm gonna go ahead, fast forward this to near the drop-off point, and I will catch you guys in a little bit. Alright folks, we're gonna find a spot here to drop this stuff off at, and I think we're gonna drop it off right over here. Alright folks, we are here. Job is done. Job is complete. Again, we are in the Ford LTL 9000. I will provide the link for this in the description of the video. This is the great simulator, and if you haven't already, go on over, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and until next time folks, take care.